Yesterday was one of those rare days when I wasn't really able to find time for the gym and my usual daily sessions. I went to work and after that I went out. So when I came back, it was around midnight or so, and I would never probably compromise on sleep and recovery just to get a session in. So today I had a couple of options. I could either skip yesterday's session entirely and just jump into the next day's, or I could kind of combine them together, maybe not doing all of the exercises because the way that I have planned my schedule is kind of tight in the sense that I am doing just enough volume that I feel it's reasonable and effective on that day, but also I do not really have that much space for a double session because I will be training tomorrow as well, and I don't really want to build up too much fatigue doing exercises that I had meticulously planned for each separate day. Yes, I did have an extra 24 hours where I could rest from the session a couple of days ago, but it is on the way that stimulus and fatigue intertwine with each other doesn't really seem to be very linear anyways, so I don't really want to start playing around with the volume and intensity and frequency that I have planned so accurately over the last few months. So the option was to keep a few of the movements that I really wanted to do on from the previous session, which were the tuck rows and the eccentrics on the elevated handstand push-ups, and combine those with the session that was meant to happen today, which was the Romanian deadlifts alongside with some arm work and some Bulgarian split squats. So truly a full body session where I wasn't really skimping on anything. And starting off was the work for the upper body. Tuck rows, first set, I wasn't really doing that great. At least my form didn't really look as good as in the subsequent sets, but this is because I was looking back at my footage and I was noticing that my back was kind of collapsing, so I was going to try and emphasize more my the position of my back in a way that it was almost in a decline position, so that my ass was a bit up higher, and that was going to kind of compensate for the natural degradation of form as the set progresses. And I think I did a much better job in the second and third set. I did 3 sets of 5 reps, and this kind of small trick that I thought about of keeping my back slightly higher up actually helped out in subsequent sets, getting the same amount of reps while not really destroying me in terms of effort. And then on the handstand push-up eccentrics, I had an idea of increasing my second set by 1 rep. So last time I did 4 and 3, this time I wanted to do 4 and 4. But in the first set, I was noticing that I wasn't really pushing my head too much forward. This resulted in me noticing that my forearms were not exactly vertical as I was getting to the end of the range of motion. So in the second set, I was making a conscious effort of trying to go a bit slightly forward with my head, and that actually allowed my shoulders to kind of stay more in the game and not losing in the last portion of the range of motion, which is the toughest for me. In the last rep of the second set, I was kind of tired, so that happened, but I added an extra one from last week, so this is good progress, I think. And this is the work that was scheduled for today's session. Romanian deadlifts for a couple of sets with 100 kilos, superset with arm work, which was going to be hammer curls and upright rows. The deadlifts felt okay, actually pretty good. I was doing 9 reps on each set, and the focus was on not getting any discomfort whatsoever in the back of my right knee, where the bicep femoris tendon is still 100% not there, same as the subscapularis in my shoulder, but I was going very slow and controlled on each repetitions, really trying to maintain an anterior pelvic tilt and really engaging that proximal head of the hamstring where the muscle origins from, engaged at all times, so that it wasn't going to give too much tension on the distal part, which attaches into the knees. And I think I did a very good job, because at no point on no repetition, even when starting to get fatigued, I was feeling any discomfort in the back of the knee. So that's a great success. And in here, this is the second set of the upright rows. I decided to stay on 2 sets of arm work as well because I didn't really want to push the volume too hard. These are, after all, two combined sessions, so I decided to make a sacrifice. And because I was using straps on both the upright rows in here and soon coming up on the Bulgarian split squats, since my forearms were toasted by doing the tuck rows and the arm work, I was holding dumbbells on the hammer curls and also on the upright rows. Yes, I was using straps on the deadlifts, but the combined gripping volume for the day clearly outclassed my resilience in the forearms. So I had to sacrifice something. So it was a no-brainer to take the wrist curls out of this. And after all, did I really miss out? My forearms were pumped like crazy, so I kind of got some extra work in there as well. So I didn't really lose that much. These split squats here, I went up in weight, so I was doing 2 dumbbells of 14 kilos and pushing those for 2 sets of 8 reps. And after that, I was truly done. Ciao.